My very first update is Janet Museveni and what she's going through. As many of us have heard from many of our colleagues who are online, is that she did take a fall in the bathroom of her house and hit the back of her head. And usually injuries to the back of the head are worse, could be worse than those to the front, because in the back of your head is where your brain stem is, which connects to a lot of the rest of your nerves all over the body, including your arms and your other limbs, your legs and so on and so forth. But in any case, when you hit the back of your head, you could lose vision, you could lose, a lot of functionality that has to do with the brain, the back of the head, the brain stem, and your nervous system, which is the communication of the brain about what to do, when to move your hand. If you touch fire, what do you do? How do you react to things like that? So she did take a fall at State House, and at first they took her to the military hospital in Mbuya. That's where she was treated. They tried to treat her from there. She was on life support, very, very critical, very critical. And recently, a day or two ago, they said that she was sent to Germany. Sorry, she was sent to the United States, according to an itinerary that is being shared a lot. However, it is very likely that that itinerary was shared for intentions of throwing people off. But my intelligence that I got said that she was sent to Germany. Reason being that Kagame of Rwanda, President Kagame, was in Uganda trying to help Muhoozi and Salim Saleh and obviously Museveni with what to do. Hi Flo, welcome back. What to do to help with what's going on. As you know, Kagame himself is sitting on a time bomb, and any time from now, anything could happen to his government and his leadership, and he's very well aware of that. But in any case, they're both in the same boat, because Kagame has thrown things back and forth to Museveni, and Museveni has thrown some back to him. So both of them are in defense mode, but they're cut from the same cloth, and so they always defend each other or support each other. So Janet, at this moment, is in a hospital that likely the same hospital in Germany where Kagame was taken for treatment when he was critical a few months ago. Because of his presence in Uganda and him making all the arrangements, I believe we may have been hoodwinked by the airline, the special airline that left Uganda to go to Savannah, Georgia, as where she was taken, but I think she was sent somewhere else. I believe that family knows that there's no place in the United States where they can go. United States or Canada, London, the UK. I don't think they've been attacked in Germany before, but I know very well that they know that those countries, they can't go and hide completely. Amama Babazi went to the UK for treatment, and he was smoked out of a hotel or something. In the US, there's been several. There's also been some in Canada. So I don't believe that they will send a patient out here and the whole route is trackable for us to deal with them, especially now. There's also speculation that if Janet passed in Uganda or passed away in Uganda, it will take time for them to even share the news. It'll be hard for them to come out and say this has happened to Janet or so on and so forth. But those three speculations that she's either abroad in the US for treatment or has gone to Germany, where Kagame organized that she should be taken and treated to his specialist doctor, or she may as well not be there, but is being kept at Mbuya because I understand the security and everything that happened while she was there, when she had just been taken there, has stayed the same. So there's not been much change there, which means it is also possible that she may not even be with us, but is still in Uganda. As you know, these people will try really hard not to look weak. Okay? That's one of the things that they're not going to show is weakness. I can bet that Janet could be in coma or gone and they won't speak about it. That wouldn't surprise me one bit, because they want to prepare themselves to brace whatever they might face if they come out, especially knowing that it will be celebratory for most Ugandans. So that's it about Janet. Well, one more thing. Today, while I watched a video of one of my colleagues, he mentioned that according to another source, Janet may recover or somehow get some life back in her, but her lower limbs, I mean her legs, would both have to be amputated because of the cancer that has eaten most of her legs. So I don't know if what her condition is. I don't know what her condition is, and if it is cancer on her legs. But I know that from the fall, so many things could happen, including necessity to amputate because of a loss of functionality in limbs and all of that. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to say that it's truly medically accurate. But there is that. So she's either not here and they won't come out. She could be in Savannah, Georgia. She might well be in Germany, where Kagame was treated. Or she may be gone and they won't say. Those are all possibilities. Because they know how much we want to celebrate this. Okay, I've never been this evil, you know. But these people, with everything they do to people, you can't wish them good. I'm yet to meet somebody who has lost somebody because of Janet Museveni or Museveni family who is really pleased by how things are going for them. And it's not evil. It's just what they call closure. For some people, it may not be enough, but people who are that evil, I can't cry when they go because it is too much pain, too much for everyone else, too much for, Yasin Kauma's children, too much for just anybody, the political prisoners that are in prison for no reason, who are brought back to prison every month just for show, because they want to, make them feel like they must surrender to whatever Museveni wants just so they can live. Like President Chagulanyi said, he wants the freedom to choose. And that's all we want, is the freedom to say, I want this and not this. I want this person and not that person. And not for that, all of them to impose themselves on us and want us to choose them. It's impossible. It's impossible. Okay, moving on. The government is now under Muhoozi and Salim Saleh. They are the two people running the Ugandan government. Don't be fooled by Museveni showing this and that, or videos of Janet Museveni AI tricked so that it looks like they're still in power. No. Museveni has his own set of problems. For example, seeing ghosts. I understand he's seeing 3 ghosts or shadows that are following him, and he's terrorized by them. He looks at their faces and he's afraid. I don't know what that means, but that man pretends, or that man is constantly performing witchcraft. So it doesn't surprise me that he sees things that may not make sense to us, but because he's so drenched into that belief and all of the witchcraft activities, it is possible that even with the people that he has killed or have died in his hands are coming back to him. I don't entirely dismiss those facts. It's not something I practice or believe, but I know that for him it's happening because that is his reality. You know, when you do something so much, if you believe in something so much, no matter what anybody tells you, your belief comes first. That's why different people believe in different religions. Different people believe in different reasons for existence. Whatever you have that serves you will be your reality no matter what anyone says. Okay, so one other thing that Muhoozi and Salim Saleh are vowing to do, because of the last court session where the political prisoners were brought to prison and they chanted a few things, you know, people power, our power. They were very upset because, especially because they prevented journalists from appearing or being in court to record the event. It is natural that because these people are being held for Computer Misuse Act, some of them, like most of them, are being held, you know, for supporting Noob, obviously, but for the Computer Misuse Act, which was thrown out, okay? It never became law, or it temporarily was, but then it cannot be used now because it was thrown out of court. With that said or known, the judge, who seemed to read everything as if she was ordered to say that certain things, did not or disallowed the presence of cameras of journalists in the room. I agree entirely with the political prisoners because they cannot be tried in the dark as they chanted, because the intentions of the Museveni people has never been pure. Okay? People like Eddie Mutwe, who were arrested, abducted, essentially, taken away, tortured in the dark. Okay? Now we expect them to be tried in the dark as well? No. There's nothing good that comes out of these people. Imagine, or talk less of the fact that they want this court session to proceed without cameras. It is in the same mindset that during elections, they turned off internet. Or when Museveni is planning on moving things around, he orders power to be turned off from other locations. It is never a good intention of Museveni to do anything without a witness, to do the right thing without a witness. Therefore, I applaud our political prisoners. Stay strong. You know, keep the faith. I know it's hard. Believe me. Sometimes when I watch those videos, I just can't stomach it. I cannot believe the things that they have gone through. Someone like Waiso Mufumbiro, he was not even there during the drill that they're blaming him for being part of. He was not in the country. Eddie Mutwe, he has never run for office. He does not want to be a member of anything, not a local council member, not even an LDU. Eddie Mutwe just lived a normal life. He's a barber. He has never, as much as he's built or has his, you know, his strong and powerful and this and that, he has no interest in attacking anyone. He has never been in any fuss or fights. You know, Eddie Mutwe loves his friend Bobby Wine, and he offered his life to protect Bobby Wine. Not because he's paid heavily to do that. No. You know, Eddie Mutwe is much more threat to Museveni than Mugisha Muntu, who was a general, who is a whole general, and ran as an opposition. Okay? As an opposition to Museveni. Eddie Mutwe, Waiso Mufumbiro, Olivia Lutaya are more powerful individuals in the eyes of Museveni than Mugisha Muntu, who ran as an opposition of Museveni. Is that ridiculous or what? This further proves that, obviously, all of the opposition that Museveni has are people that he has put in place to help him stay or look legitimate as a democracy. Museveni has never been a democracy, and he doesn't want it. Our people, our forefathers or our fathers who